Hello coffee friends, today we're talking about how to make coffee using this, the Toddy Cold Brew coffee maker. We'll be discussing the benefits of using a dedicated brewer just for cold brew, and also revealing some tips and tricks that we use to get the best quality coffee out of this brewer. So let's get brewing. Hello, my name is Stephen Holm, and I am with Homegrounds, a place for you to go to learn more about brewing and enjoying better quality coffee right at home. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment down below letting us know how you like to drink your cold brew and if there are any videos you'd like to see us make in the future. So like I said earlier, today we are talking about the Toddy Cold Brew coffee maker. And your first question might be, why would I even buy something like this? It's incredibly easy to brew cold brew at home. We've talked about a few other ways on this channel, like just brewing in a French press or even just a mason jar. So why would I go through the trouble and the expense of getting something like this? And really, it's for simplicity and convenience. A lot of that will become apparent as we talk about how to use this brewer, but it's essentially just a nice, easier way to brew cold brew at home. That's really it, except for the biggest difference are these provided mesh filters that come with it. These are nice and thick, and they will filter out pretty much everything except the liquid that you want. So what all comes in the box when you get this brewer? Well, you have the brewing chamber, you have the mesh filter, along with a rubber stopper, just sits at the bottom down here, nice and easy. The newer models come with this nice lid. I really enjoyed that. And then some paper filters. These are nice and big. We'll be talking about the benefits of these and if you really need them or not. Obviously a little brewing guide, which is actually really helpful. And lastly, you have the actual glass carafe, which is really nice. I just keep this in my fridge all the time with some cold brew in it, and that is it. Now, as far as getting started brewing with the Toddy, I would recommend really just following Toddy's instructions. They have a pretty good recipe in here using 12 ounces or 340 grams of coarse ground coffee. On my Baranza Encore, I went all the way coarse and came back about 3 or 4 clicks. Really, you're looking for something consistent and similar to what you would use in, say, a French press. So they recommend that 12 ounces of coffee to 7 cups or about 1,650 mils of water. And I like that recipe. That's about a 1 to 4.5 or 1 to 5 ratio of coffee to water. That gives you a really nice concentrate that you can use a lot of different ways. Toddy also gives some recommendations on how to actually brew cold brew tea in here too. Now, using the Toddy is extremely easy. You would simply just put this rubber stopper on the bottom, put in your mesh filter. Your next step is to add the coffee in, and you're going to use these paper filters or just simply dump the coffee in here along with all of the water. And after you let it sit for 12 to 24 hours, we like hitting right in the middle ground at around 18 hours. You would simply remove this plunger, set it over the carafe, make sure that you are ready because liquid will immediately begin coming out, and you just let it drip. Now, I did realize that this lid is actually really nicely made, and it actually created an airtight vacuum inside of here, so I actually had to lift it up in order for the liquid to continue dripping. So that's a nice reassurance that this is going to be nice and airtight while it's steeping. Now, after your liquid is all drained out, then there's just the cleanup. And if you're using these paper filters, that's where it's nice. You simply lift the bag out and compost it, throw it away, whatever you need to do. If you did not use those, then obviously you're gonna have a fun time trying to clean this out. Now, these are nice. They'll filter out a little bit more than you would get with the mesh filter, but honestly, it's not that noticeable. And Toddy does provide you with a few to start off with, but these are pretty expensive and they won't be readily available at most local like grocery stores or anything, so you either have to seek out a coffee shop that sells these or order them online. Toddy does recommend to only use these for about 10 times, or they say 3 months. They provide you with 2, and honestly you can get a lot more uses out of these. You don't need to buy them that often, and they do recommend that you do keep these in a plastic bag in the refrigerator after you rinse them. So maybe you can see now why using something like this is beneficial. It's really an easy and convenient way to make cold brew at home. And another added benefit of the Toddy is that you can brew large batches of cold brew. This will hold about a pound of coffee to 9 cups or 2.13 liters of water, which is going to make you a lot of cold brew concentrate. And that's another thing that we should discuss, is that you are brewing a concentrate of cold brew, meaning that this liquid in here is very strong. You can drink it straight up, but we would highly recommend that you dilute it. And you can dilute it with water and ice. You can even dilute it with hot water and make a simple hot coffee. It won't be the best quality tasting coffee because hot coffee should be brewed hot, but that's a topic for another video. Or you could also dilute this with milk and have a nice iced latte sort of thing. So there's a lot of versatility in brewing a concentrate like this. So that is it for this Toddy Cold Brew coffee maker. Hopefully by now you can see the benefits of using a system like this. It's simple, it's convenient, and it makes you a lot of cold brew that you can just keep in the fridge for any time you want. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And until next time, happy brewing.